Hey guys, I'm Wilson.
And I'm Kelly.
And we're going to take you guys into Bismark, North Dakota today. Somewhere we have never been.
Right.
And we've got a few things that we want to see and we'd like to share with you guys as maybe, let's see, 5 things that you guys can do either cheap or free while you're here in town. A lot of people think there's nothing to do in North Dakota. And so far we've seen quite a few things, and just the campground here that we're staying at is really cool. So
really nice.
Yeah. All right, come with us.
First on our list of things to do in Bismarck is to go visit the state capitol.
Usually in here it's the lighting people notice first. This one's called the Moon and Stars. And then the desks in here are done in American walnut, and the walls are chestnut, American chestnut. Here we have a set of flags. The dark blue one being the North Dakota flag, and then the U.S. flag on the far left. Those 5 in between, those are the 5 tribal nation flags of North Dakota. And the significance here would be to show how the governments cooperate and work together even with that independence. The tribes in North Dakota are Mandan, Hidatsa, Arikara, Sioux, and Chippewa. Arboretum. There's about 75 different kinds of trees.
Alright, so tours at the Capitol begin at 9 o'clock in the morning through 11 o'clock in the morning on the hour, and then again from 1 to 3 to come visit and get a wonderful tour of the Capitol. The tour will take you all the way to the 18th floor where the observation deck is, and you get to see all the way around a 360-degree view. We got to see all about the wonderful architecture. And this is one of 4 state capitals that are skyscraper state capitals. So this tour is free. You can come in and just take a tour of the building. Also, this was very interesting. You got to see the Senate, the House of Representatives, and the Supreme Court in this building. This is one of only a few Capitol buildings that hold the Supreme Court in their building.
So this is the Veterans Memorial here at the North Dakota State Capitol grounds, and it's kind of it's in a dome shape, which you see a lot of memorials like that. It reminds me of Washington D.C. But it's got this really cool thing here. On Veterans Day, the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, the light shines through the top of this, and it comes straight down onto this globe And North Dakota is kind of raised up on the map here, and that light shines directly on North Dakota on Veterans Day at the armistice time. So that's really neat, very cool architecture, engineering, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And all the names of the veterans are on these panels here who have died in action or in war. I don't know if that guy's related to us, but he's definitely got our last name.
Yeah.
World War I vet.
We should look him up.
I
We
found
should.
him.
Yeah.
You never know what you'll see while you're traveling. Number 2 on our list today in Bismarck is the North Dakota Heritage Center and State Museum. Free of charge for anybody to come in. It's just across the street from the Capitol, and it's full of fossils, full of North Dakota history. So let's go take a look.
So what does the bison smell like?
I mean, it actually does smell, you know. It smells just like a buffalo in there.
Really?
Yeah. This is a cool interactive museum, so we got hands-on stuff for archaeology, things like what does a bison smell like, and you know, if you had smell-o-vision again, you could smell that. Really cool museum for adults and kids.
Lakota Tatanka Wichakahi. Timakoche Oskopa Ekta Tatanka Okawinja Owachi.
Oh, look at this. This is fish. It's humongous. Different kind of species. How would you feel? It's America, Wonder Woman, what was the other dress? Northern Lights Evening Gown. Of course you did. Neat how this is set up. We got the cultural, our lives, communities, industry.
agriculture, newcomers and settlement, conflict and war. This is a great museum.
Alright, so we just finished up here at the North Dakota Heritage Center and State Museum. It has about 4 or 5 mini museums broken up into different areas, different time periods that you can explore. It's free. It's a great museum for you to stop by in Bismarck.
Everything from history to geology to, they got dinosaurs. So all kinds of cool stuff here to see. You'll enjoy the museum. There's something for kids, something for adults.
Yep, it's hands-on, interactive,
Yep.
Lots of good stuff.
Great exhibits. Yeah, sometimes you never know what you get in a museum, but this is another one of these good ones that we visited.
Yeah.
Check it out. Maddie gives it 2 thumbs up.
Number 3 is to ask a local where to eat and then go eat somewhere local. We ate at the Wood House, where we got to have a great burger and some good roasted chicken. And then you got to order on the phone instead of calling a server over. So that was really a neat experience. Okay.
All right, so we're at the Woodhouse restaurant. We're gonna place our order. This is kind of cool. The menu's up here, and so you got to call in your order.
I'm probably gonna have to tell him again what we want.
Hey, yeah, let me get a bison cheeseburger platter. It's the first time I've ever ordered my food from a phone like that in a restaurant.
Yeah, I think you remembered everything.
I hope so. Dad did good.
I know.
All right, number 4 on our list today around the Bismarck area is Fort Abraham Lincoln State Park. It started out as an infantry fort and then quickly turned into a cavalry fort. And the 7th Cavalry under General Custer, actually Lieutenant Colonel Custer at the time, maintained this particular fort. This would also be the last fort that he would maintain before his trip in 1876 to a place a lot of people know, the Bighorn River area, where he would end up fighting many Native American nations in a huge battle that would lead to his demise.
And so they had a ritual where the men would just dress in just buffalo garments and dance out in the shrine area, imitating the animal. Apparently this ritual was good luck, and it ended up bringing herds to the Knife River villages when it was done, when Lewis and Clark saw it happen. So I'm going to pick on somebody here. I'm going to pick on you, the dad right here. Almost Father's Day, come up here. You get to be my male bison warrior. So you throw on the hat and we'll hold the spear for everybody. Here's the Christmas card.
Yep.
Another addition that they made was actually this bay window here. This was Mrs. Custer's idea. She's very, very fond of this, and she loves to bring her favorite chair and read and sew. Right, so please take special notice of all the white marble top furniture pieces, as they are the remainder pieces of that set that is upstairs. Now this is the room that we believe that the fire originated in last year. And so what we think happened was, because weather conditions are so severe here in Dakota Territory, we think some strong winds caused all the brick.
You can take 2 tours here. It's $8 for adults, $5 for students, and they'll take you through the On a Slant village where the Native Americans, the Mandans, lived right along the river here, the Missouri River. And then you can also tour the reconstructed Custer home, because the original actually burned back in 1874. Well worth the tour. You have a tour guide who does his thing in a time period type tour, which is really unique to a place like this. So don't miss out on this state park. It's well worth it. You can camp here. There's walking trails, biking trails, really a lot to do here.
The 5th thing to do in Bismarck is to go get
ice cream.
Yes, you should definitely go get ice cream, and we have found the best ice cream in Bismarck.
Yes, we did. It's called FOMO 1040.
Yes.
FOMO 1040 is a ministry-based ice cream shop, so that was really cool, and we met them. Kelly was wearing her salty shirt today, yep. Matthew 5:13, and it kind of struck up a conversation, which was really cool. And so we'll let the guy tell you about it that we met here.
Hey, I'm Andrew. I'm with FOMO 1040 Creamery here in Bismarck. We stand for Focused on Missions Overseas 1040. We work with locals in the 1040 window and help them get started with a small business to impact the world. So this is gelato for a purpose, and we love ice cream, and we love to serve you, and we'd love to have you here if you're ever in Bismarck, North Dakota.
The wind's blowing 30 miles an hour.
All right, Cody, you built a really good fire there. What's your technique?
Alright, so if you're limited on resources, I wouldn't recommend building this fire. But if you have a lot of wood, as you can see, it's starting to catch pretty good. And I didn't use anything, no lighter fluid, nothing, just regular propane fire. And
Propane to start it.
propane to start it, yeah.
Yeah.
And so basically you kind of support it with a log cabin type design, and then you put a basic 3 log fire in between, started with kindling, and it gives you a heck of a fire. I mean, look at it.
That is a good fire. So log cabin style and
And the Just regular campfire style.
Just kind of like a pyramid, right? Yeah, teepee style. Yeah, good fire. Good lesson. Gotta back up because it's getting warm.
I know.
Alright guys, we are kind of coming to a conclusion here with our time in Bismark, North Dakota. We've had a good time here.
Yeah.
As the fire overwhelms, or smoke overwhelms Kelly.
I have a love-hate relationship with campfires. I figured out that I love them, but I hate the smoke. So, yes, we finished up our anniversary today of 22 years. We spent our 20th in South Dakota, and we've now spent our 22nd in North Dakota.
Yeah,
it's kind of
cool.
fun. Yep, fun fact here.
Yeah, Bismark is one of those places, or North Dakota, I think in general, is one of those places where there's actually a lot more to do than what people think. We found, you know, a couple days worth of activities easily to do here in Bismarck, and you want to talk about some of the people?
Yes, I would say this is one of the most hospitable places. We're from the South, and so, you know, Southern people are usually pretty nice, and we kind of claim to fame that, but North Dakota has been so nice. The people here are, they just all stop and talk to you, want to know where you're from, and I'm sure our accent gives away that we are not from this area, so most people are really curious. But a lot of people stopped and talked to us and just listened to our story, what we were doing, and told us all kinds of things to do around. Of course, we weren't able to do everything that people told us, but we can put it on the list for next time.
Yep. And, you know, as we went, one of the things that we like to do is we like to talk to locals and ask them, you know, where do you eat? If you have a chance to go out to eat, where are you going to go? I don't want to go to a chain restaurant when I'm going to a new place. So we found a couple places and, you know, just tried out some small places along the way that were really good.
We really finally think that we probably should have spent a little more time here too. You know, we only spent 2 nights. We're kind of moving on out west, but you could probably spend a couple of days doing lots of things. The Missouri River is here. Lots of cool things to do. There's trails down there. We didn't get to do a lot of that. We spent our time mostly in the city and then at the state park, but there's lots to do and get out in the outdoors here.
Absolutely. We're staying here at General Sibley Campground, and it's not far off the banks of the Missouri. There's a little creek over by the campground here, and we'll show you the campground in a little different video. This is a great campground. It's open, huge spaces for everybody, nice bathhouses, and just a great environment. So it's Friday night. A lot of people rolling in tonight, but not busy during the week at all. Yeah.
It's a beautiful campground.
So we've enjoyed our time here in Bismarck. If you hear that North Dakota doesn't have anything to do, don't believe it. It's not true. There's plenty to do. You know, just make that journey. I will tell you one tip though, be aware of the winds when you come to North Dakota.
Windy area.
It is very windy. It's been windy since we started
so
driving. And it's still windy tonight. You know, tomorrow we're moving on to Medora. We're going to go check out Theodore Roosevelt National Park. So that's going to be cool, and we'll try to get you guys some information about that as well. All right, we'll see you next time out on the Mewve.